Hello, peoples of the internet. I don't normally make content like this. I usually stream and post my funny moments, but I am a Halo fan. And I know that's a bit of a surprise to my longtime viewers, but if you just take a seat before the rigor mortis takes effect, I wanted to talk and give my take on the issue of microtransactions in Halo Infinite, as these are an issue. I know others have spoken about the microtransactions in the past, and I know 343 is listening to feedback, so I'm going to articulate myself to the best of my ability here, as well as provide some solutions to the debacle here. So to start off, I wanted to cover the Battle Pass, the Heroes of Reach Battle Pass to be exact, because this Battle Pass is less of a Reach Battle Pass and more of a general Battle Pass. What do I mean by that? Well, quite literally, in the Battle Pass, you have some armor that is Reach themed and oriented, but you also have items that are dedicated to Mark 7 Armor Core, which is your base armor core, by the way, for the game if you haven't purchased the Battle Pass or don't want to for whatever reason that may be. The items for your Mark 7 Armor Core should have been in the game as base customization rather than in the Battle Pass, and I think that was a poor decision to include them into the Battle Pass, as it is Reach inspired and should have been more Reach focused. I'm someone who is a fan of the Mark 5 helmet. If you check my MCC Reach Spartan armor as well as my Halo 3 armor, you'll see I love to wear that helmet as well as anything Mark 5 related because Halo Combat Evolved is subjectively my favorite Halo game. And I have a lot of fond memories playing the demo of the game on my OG Xbox, as well as the stinky Gearbox PC port that I'd play on the family computer in my dad's study room. Now, I'm not going to tear heads off for it not being there, but looking back at the trailers for Halo Infinite, there are notably Reach armors and helmets seen in those trailers that aren't even in the game yet, and I'm having a hard time understand as to why this is the case, other than Microsoft wanting my 401k, my social security, and any future blood inheritance I may have or give. On top of that, the bots in Bot Camp, as well as in the Academy, sport armors yet to come, as well as armors advertised, cross-core customization, and helmets, such as the variant of the Mark 5 for the Mark 7 Armor Core. I understand that video games are a business, as well as entertainment. I understand microtransactions in Halo Infinite are not going away anytime soon, but just because they aren't going away doesn't mean that they aren't subject to criticism, as well as player feedback. And in the instance for this Battle Pass, it would have been better by making it exactly as it was advertised, more Reach focused. The MCC, while a legacy collection for the various legacy Halo titles that come with it, had free season passes that did this better, and I think Infinite should take notes on that. While I know Battle Passes carry an array of things, some of which include XP bonuses, I'm not saying the entire Halo Reach catalog had to be in this Battle Pass because XP bonuses do help with progression in a Battle Pass system. There should have been a variety of basic armor customization for your Mark 5B armor core, as well as in the Battle Pass, such as the Hazop helmet, CQB, Pilot, JFO, Military Police, and so many other Reach helmets that every fan from Halo Reach loves. In short, my point is, for any future Battle Passes that might be themed with legacy content, such as if there is going to be a Halo 3 Battle Pass, they should only have that content in the Battle Pass, and anything that doesn't make it into the Battle Pass is fair game for either basic customization or for the store. It's honestly amazing to see a Battle Pass just for $10 compared to other Battle Passes in other games, and it's honestly still amazing to hear that once you purchase the Battle Passes, they're yours to come back anytime you want. Thank you for 343. You really are kind of leading the way in that sense. But nonetheless, there are still some things you could work on in this Battle Pass, and these are just some of the critiques I have. Now that the Battle Pass portion is done and out of the way, I kind of wanted to bring everybody's attention to the meat of this video, and that's the actual microtransactions themselves. Again, I understand that this is a business as well as entertainment. But again, just because this isn't going away does not mean it isn't ripe for criticism, or at least subject to player feedback. People have voiced their concerns about microtransactions, such as they offer too little and are too expensive, and I'd have to agree with both sentiments on that front. I would also debate to say that they are even predatory because of how the Battle Pass is designed, and that's the Battle Pass as of current. They're not predatory in the same vein as Halo 5's Rec Pack system, but they are predatory in the sense that everyone was expecting more customization for their Mark 5B armor core available. This isn't the only issue, as I'd like to also take a quick moment and highlight an issue outside the online store in the game. Not a whole lot of attention is being brought to this, but people are buying cosmetics on eBay for outrageous prices. I saw personally an armor coating go for $60. The price of the main campaign for a simple armor coating to turn your Spartan blue. And it comes with a weapon skin and an emblem. That's disgusting as a price. Very much disgusting. Just to look blue. And it's more so disgusting to see that people are eyeing these overpriced cosmetics just to have them in the game because they are quote-unquote rare and not often seen. Now, I'm not suggesting that we stop, the people that are selling these cosmetics, as they aren't affiliated with 343 or Microsoft. They're just people who bought a surplus amount of Rockstar energy drinks or toys to get these codes. This part is mainly to highlight that there's a store outside the in-game store, and it is making money notably for 343 and Microsoft, even though none of these sellers are affiliated with either corporation. A perfect place for whales, one could say. Going back inside the in-game store, I'm going to offer some thoughts that came into my head thinking about this issue because I want the game to succeed and do well. It has a lot of potential to be an incredible Halo game, and the gameplay is super satisfying getting kills, and map controlling in this game is so familiar. It's almost as if it carries the older Halos from the Bungie era with it. That said, these issues do damper a lot of the excitement. As of currently, the $20 microtransactions include one armor set, which includes one helmet attachment, one visor, 2 shoulder pads, 1 knee guard, as well as 1 armor coating and 1 stance to show off your drip at the end of the match. This is clearly not a $20 value based on the previous Halo games that have launched in the past, especially since Halo 5 Guardians, which by the way was released in 2015, had a rec helmet pack based on the helmets of Reach, which include CQB, Mark V, Operator, Recon, Military Police, EOD, Pilot, EVA, and Security. And that pack is worth $10. At the time, no one, as far as I understand, complained about this due to the fact that a majority of Halo's core audience has been playing Halo since it released back in 2001, and many have had complaints in the past about 343's choice of art style for their iterations of Halo. Halo Infinite has since resolved that artistic issue, with maybe explosions being the exception here, but now that Halo has turned into a live service game, these new issues continue to rise and are rightfully criticized. So what can we do to change this issue with microtransactions? Well, we could do 2 things I had in mind, and let's start off with option A. Option A is to change the prices, making the armor set, the $20 armor set I'm going back to, from $20 to $5 instead. I understand that is quite a leap from 20 to 5, but allow me to explain here. The battle passes are worth $10 and come with a variety of different armors. At that rate, why would anybody buy one armor set for $20 when they can have multiple armor sets for just $10? What? Because it was cut content out of the base game to generate revenue? That's not a good excuse, and it seems the Halo community agrees for the most part, with maybe a few apologists and whales who would actually purchase one armor set for $20. Also, not to divert and get political in a video talking about microtransactions in a game I love, but here in America, wages aren't exactly getting higher and have been stagnant for some time. I'm basically saying people aren't getting any richer besides those who already have wealth, and Halo isn't exactly the franchise that purely caters to only one audience. It has a pool that ranges from fans like 343's art style, from Halos 4 and 5, fans that prefer classic titles such as Halos 1 through 3, and so on. I know I hit on the $20 microtransactions with this example, and I don't want to leave out the other bundles. So for the $15 bundle, again, as of making this, it comes with 2 chest pieces, one of which is a reference to Halo Legends. It also includes 1 helmet attachment, 1 weapon ornament, and 1 background for your nameplate. Again, that's not a good value, and for our option A example, I'd lower the price from $15 to $5. Even with the reference to Halo Legends, $15 for 2 chest piece attachments, they're both core exclusive, by the way, as I'm making this, so you couldn't even attach both of them to different armor cores if you wanted to. That significantly alone decreases the value of the purchase, and as a result, putting it in a $5 value at most. Okay, so what if they weren't core exclusive? What if they added a chest piece attachment that was also from another core? Well, at that rate, the value would increase, but not by much, especially since in this example the armor set I mentioned is priced at $5 and it doesn't make sense to increase the price of a bundle of chess piece attachments even with the Halo Legends reference right there. So once again, the value in pricing is placed at $5 at most and $3 at the least. For the $10 bundle, we have one weapon ornament, that's misspelled on the label making by the way, and 3 weapon skins. One for the Spinker rocket launcher, one for the S7 sniper, and one for the MA40 AR. This bundle is a little harder to price out since on the one hand, competitors of Halo such as COD do price their weapon skins anywhere between $5 to $10, but that varies depending on the skin and if it's a bundle. Since this is a bundle that has 3 skins, it's already at the $5 mark, and that's not including the weapon ornament, which would place it as a $6 value. Why place this bundle more than 5? As mentioned, it's a bundle with 3 skins and 1 ornament. While armor customization is easily sought after among Halo fans, so are weapon skins. And while getting cool armor does have value, you can't exactly see what your armor looks like 24/7 like a third-person shooter such as Gears of War or GTA 5. A weapon skin though, you can. It's exactly that. A skin you can see all around the gun, and depending on the locations of said weapon ornament, that can actually increase the value of the bundle from $1 to $3, making it anywhere between from a $6 bundle to an $8 bundle. And now we've reached the daily bundle, which, as of making this, is placed at $5 and comes with 5 vehicle skins. 1 Warthog skin, 1 Rocketback skin, 1 Razorback skin, 1 Mongoose skin, and 1 Gungoose skin, as well as 1 vehicle attachment to the Warthog, making the windshield look cool. This is a value that I agree with the most in this store, given the contents of what it's offering. You're able to see your skin outside the vehicle, as well as the attachment when riding in the vehicle. It changes to a third-person camera angle as you maneuver throughout the battlefield. The only downside to this value is the state of vehicle combat in Halo Infinite and how vehicles break so easily in a gunfight. As a result, I'd keep the value at $5 for all the reasons I just listed. But sadly, this value changes on a daily basis, hence the name Daily Bundle, and tomorrow's Daily Bundle could easily change the value of how it should be priced depending on what is sold and how much content is in the bundle. Going back to the $20 bundle, you could keep the price as $20, but add not just 1 additional armor set, but 3, making it a bundle that has 4 armor sets, making it more appealing. The only backlash I can see from this, again, you're purchasing 4 armor sets for $20 compared to a battle pass that's only $10 and has more than 4 armor sets. At least in this instance, there's more options and variety in the purchase, making the player feel more justified for the purchase rather than feeling stupid for dropping $20 on just 1 armor set. For the $15 bundle, I'd in all honesty combine the $10 and $15 bundles into 1 big bundle, again justifying the price and adding more variety. I'd probably price it down to $10 though, rather than keep it at $15 since you are still getting 2 chess pieces that can't be worn on multiple Spartans. And as for the $5 bundle, I'd keep it as is depending upon what is sold. Please keep that in mind for what it is right now. If you're selling only 2 things like an armor coating and a visor, I'd mark that down to $2 because that's pretty fair and it doesn't make sense to price it at $7 when you're only getting 2 things like that. Again, this is all I could think of at this current time. Well, I could have also mentioned issues surrounding desync, melee delays, the quote-unquote events that happen in these games. They're not really events. And the lack of, content through maps and game modes. I honestly feel that others have had a better input on these topics and articulated their messages far better than I could. I'm no economist, and I'm not a game developer. I'm simply speaking from a fan's perspective. But I think it would be wise to know all these changes that I've mentioned here and all the changes that the Halo community wants to see. Halo really does feel like it's returned back to its roots, and for the first time in a long time, I feel excited to see where the story goes and how the multiplayer pans out. Halo 5 severely jaded me and made me question if I want to see where 343 brings the series next, and I can confidently say, while the story has some issues, it's solid, and I'd place it between Halo 4 and Halo 3 ODST, and that's pretty good in my book. The multiplayer is fun, but it needs a lot of love and work. I know Infinite had a troubled development, and I can't imagine the stress or tensions that occurred during development, but the game is out now in the wild. While I love how easily accessible Halo Infinite is to people who probably couldn't afford the previous titles, it needs to live up to the core standards it set with Halo Reach. Halo Reach was the last game that launched with all of its content and game modes. At launch, by the way. Infinite. It's time to match up to that standard. Not because every fan likes Halo Reach, but because that 12-year-old game had more to offer, again, at launch, than you do. I know you can beat it, and I know it's going to take time to add content, which is why I'm going to leave this video up as a mark to look back on a year from now to see how far you've come from launch. If you like this video, a like and a share is appreciated. I'm Atomic, and I hope to see you all again soon. And please stay safe out there.